This is ELBC Newsline, 30 minutes of the most recent news from across Liberia and other parts of our one world. Today is Friday, the 21st day of July 2023. My name is Zokwe Beslokonen, your presenter. In the headlines, President George Weah says government will continue to uphold religious tolerance. African Development Bank approves the establishment of youth entrepreneurship investment in Liberia. Government to begin shakeup at Liberia's foreign missions in early August. And away from Liberia, International Rescue Committee warns million more people could be facing hunger in Burkina Faso in the next few months. These stories, plus many more developments, are all packaged into this edition of the program ELBC Newsline. We now go over to Grace Tao for the Bulletin of News.
President George Weah says his government will continue to promote religious tolerance for the good of the country. President Weah believes religious tolerance is pivotal to ensuring peaceful and coexistence among the people of Liberia. The Liberian leader wants citizens to live in one accord to fast track the country's development agenda. President Weah was speaking Friday at a Thanksgiving and intercessory service at the Black Jinnah Mosque in Pennsville. He assured that his government will continue to provide needed opportunity for all Liberians with no condition. The board of directors of the African Development Bank has approved the creation of a youth entrepreneurship investment bank in Liberia. As part of the program, an amount of 16 million United States dollars has been allotted to finance youth-led micro, small, and medium enterprises in agribusiness and allied sectors. According to a release, the Youth Entrepreneurship Investment Bank is expected to support over 30,000 youth-led businesses during the next 17 years. African Development Bank Group country manager for Liberia, Benedict Kanu, is quoted as saying the program could lay the groundwork for future, potentially more profitable investment. Mr. Kanu said the Youth Entrepreneurship and Investment Bank project will provide financial and non-financial services for young entrepreneurs, ensuring inclusion, reducing vulnerabilities, and preparing for long-term sustainability. The Liberian government says it will begin the rotation of diplomats and foreign service officers shortly. Foreign Minister D. Maxwell Kemeya said the process is expected to begin in early August and will include the recalling and reassignment of foreign service personnel where applicable. Speaking Thursday at MICAT regular press briefing, Minister Kemeya said the exercise will begin with the United States of America for foreign service officers who have served more than 5 years.
Whether you are a diplomat or foreign service officer from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or the government of Liberia at a diplomatic mission or at a bilateral mission or at a multilateral mission, this is applicable to all of our diplomatic staff or foreign service officers in the field.
He clarified that the process is not meant to target anyone, but to keep in line of post countries' regulations and policies on the tenure of foreign diplomats. The foreign minister said some foreign service personnel have exceeded their terms of service. Imam Ishmael Sise of the Black Jinnah Mosque has hailed President Weah for the level of religious tolerance over the years. Imam Sise said the leadership of President Weah has restored dignity to the Muslim community. He has, however, called for unity and peaceful coexistence among citizens as the country goes to elections on October 10. The Muslim cleric wants citizens to also be respecters of the rule of law in the furtherance of peace. He spoke at the Thanksgiving and intercessory prayers in commemoration of the country's 176th independence anniversary held at the Black Jinnah Mosque in Jacobtown. President George Weah has recognized the Kingdom of Belgium as supportive of the aspirations of the Liberian people through the European Union. President Weah said Liberia and Belgium have had long standing relations over the years. President Weah's message was contained in a congratulatory message to the government and people of the Kingdom of Belgium on the occasion marking the celebration of National Day on July 21, 2023. A foreign ministry release quotes the Liberian president as further hoping that the cordial ties between Majesty Philip and the people of Liberia will serve to promote closer cooperation, culminating in mutually joint ventures. He then wished for King Philip's personal well being and for the royal family and the people of the Kingdom of Belgium continual peace and prosperity. The Senate has ordered the Ministry of Public Works to make immediate intervention on deplorable roads in the southeastern part of Liberia. It followed Ministry of Public Works authorities' apology during their third appearance for contempt hearing Thursday. The Senate conditionally accepted Public Works Minister's apology but will remain on the oath until the corridors are made passable to facilitate free movement of persons and goods during the ensuing elections. The ministry was also mandated to submit detailed work plan and progress report to the Senate committees on public works and public accounts on works undertaken on all corridors covered by Section 8 of the 2023 budget law. The Senate informed the authorities that the contempt proceeding will only be disposed of upon their return from their break and based on the full implementation of the mandates. Meanwhile, Public Works Minister Ruth Coker Collins has vowed to forward the names of non performing contractors to the Justice Ministry. The Public Works Minister, who narrowly escaped Senate incarceration, described the actions of some of the contractors as frustrating and embarrassing. She noted that about 7 of the contractors received funding but failed to perform to expectation due to defective equipment and other unknown reasons.
Our president said Liberians should not be spectators in their own country. It was on that basis we try to encourage our own Liberians. But they are not performing. Most of them is happening to be going through our ways.
The reported non performing construction companies include New Millennium, Desire, Future Builder, and Western Construction Company. The Public Works Minister, however, said with support from the Finance Ministry, her entity has received few pieces of equipment. As such, they will ensure that the corridors are pliable. And River G County Authority and Legislative Caucus have raised up 1.7 million Liberian dollars to help address concerns raised by health workers in the county. On Thursday, River G County Health Workers Union threatened to stage a stay-home action over the alleged constant deduction of salaries, salary disparity, and the lack of motivational practices for assigned health workers, amongst others. River G County Superintendent Philip Yanu said that county authority remains committed to addressing the concerns of health workers in the county. Superintendent Yanu, however, called on the health workers to return to their respective workplace, adding that their action has the propensity of declining medical services in the county. Our correspondent said currently the Fishtown Referral Hospital and other health facilities across the county are closed due to the action by the health workers.
Grace Tao there with the news bulletin. She will be here again with the weather update and international development. One of the big stories we are following on